Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If my eyes seem a little droopy, it's because it is 1 a.m. in the morning. We just got back from seeing Star Wars, and I wanted to give you my thoughts. So, I will let you know when I get into spoilers. So, if you want to turn it off, that's just fine. Okay, what did I think? First thoughts? I thought it was awesome. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was great. I did. Uh, my husband said this, and I think so too. I feel like they had to play cleanup from the last one. Not that the last one was bad, but it wasn't bad. It was okay. I was fine with it. It just went in a direction that I didn't expect it to go into. However, I feel like they were playing cleanup. Like J.J. Abrams came back and was like, yeah, I need to change this. And I was trying not to read stuff about it, but it kept coming up in my stuff like, this is fan service and all this stuff. Was this Star Wars fan service? Absolutely. Absolutely. It was fan service and I'm here for it and I loved it and it was great. It wasn't the fan service where it was like, oh, this is cheesy and they're just, this doesn't make any sense. And no, it was fan service where you wanted it and when it happened, you clapped and you were like, yes, yes, yes. And some of it was, a bit of it was unexpected, but was like, I didn't know I wanted that to be the case, but now it's the case. I'm glad it's the case. Yes. So, yeah, I thought it was amazing. Me and my husband loved it. Should you go see this? Is this worth going to see? Definitely. Should you go see this in IMAX? Yes. Definitely you should go see this in IMAX. The bigger screen, the vibrations of just the sound, we felt it in our seats. It was just so good. It was really good. It was a really nice way to end it out. Of course they're gonna reboot it like they always do and what have you, and I'm looking forward to that too. But yeah, this is worth seeing. This is worth your time, and it's definitely worth going to the theater. I'm the type of person who we don't go to the theater a lot. We wait for stuff to come on iTunes or Netflix or what have you, unless we need to go to the theater for it, such as Star Wars or something like Lord of the Rings or Gravity, something where the big screen makes sense, or I just really want to see it because it's Disney, right? So, spoiler alert now. Spoiler alert, if you don't want to know anything about the movie, get off the ship right now. It's been nice seeing you, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Okay. For those who don't want to know spoilers, you should be off the ship now. Guys, Palpatine is still alive? OMG. That was, I looked over, I was like, for a moment, you have to go back and be like, wait, he died. Oh, actually, he fell. And we assumed he died. But he didn't. That was like the biggest thing, was Palpatine is alive. And that was, oh my gosh, okay, it informs so much because he's been the puppet master. That's the first thing I said to my husband. He's been the puppet master, just like he was for the prequels. He was the puppet master to get, Anakin to turn to the dark side. Same thing in this movie. And the movie before and the movie before that. Through this trilogy, he's been the puppet master and we didn't know it. We're thinking it's Snoke and you know, all these other Sith Lords, but no, the Sith Lord, Palpatine, was orchestrating all of it. And to be honest, he's like the only one where you get that feeling, kind of like when Darth Vader would. Okay, there's no feeling like the music and when Darth Vader enters the room. Dun, dun. There's no feeling like that. But Palpatine is the OG. He's the original Sith. And he's iconic, legendary. And it's like, oh, wow, it gives you the feeling back when you first seen, episode 4. You know what I mean? It's just New Hope came back. Yeah. So anyway, Palpatine being alive, you're just like, oh wow. And so Kylo Ren returns with the mask and all that stuff, and they fix his mask. It's all kind of messed up, but you love it. But you still see, okay, wow, now Rey is training. But her master, of course, isn't Luke because he's gone. They killed him off in the second one, which everybody's like, why did they kill him off in the second one? But they did. So Leia is her master, and she's trying to, embrace all the Jedi before her and, meditate and trying to encompass the Jedi life and train. And she's having difficulty and what have you. But her and Kylo Ren or Ben still have a connection. He's able to get to her still, like in the second one, which is crazy, which is cool though still. And so he's trying to find her. She's like, I'm going to, make everything okay. Because I'm a Jedi and I'm going to save the world, Jedis. So let's keep moving on. I'm going to go through the big points that I really loved. I'm not going to go through the whole story, and I may miss some points, but the points that I loved. First, Palpatine is alive. Kylo Ren is back. And Palpatine gets Kylo Ren on his side and is like, you're going to be emperor. You're going to finish what your grandfather could not finish. Not that he didn't finish. He could not finish because, of course, he saved Luke at the end of episode 6. So, yeah. So Kylo Ren is like, okay, but he's actually like, you know what? I can kill this old guy. And me and Rey can be on the throne together, and that's what he's trying to do. Like, you're gonna take my hand this time. I tell you, I'm gonna speed it up and go through a lot of stuff, but Rey, she's basically still trying to find herself, and she's getting these visions of when her parents left her. And of course, she's supposed to be, I don't want to say no one, but she's not anyone special. It's not like, oh, who are you? I'm Darth Vader's grandson. Oh, wow. Or I'm Leia's son. And no, she's just parents supposed to be no one, and so that's weird because she has all this power and all this connection to the Force. However, is she really no one? Because she has a moment where she's trying to save Chewie, and static blue comes out of her hands and blows up the ship. Who else do we know who can have static blue stuff come out of their hands? Guys, right? You got it. At least I think you got it. If you didn't, it's okay. I'm going to tell you now. She is Palpatine's granddaughter. Yes. Her parents left her on Jakku to keep her safe, and they were taken, and Palpatine murdered them. They didn't say which one was his son or daughter, but one of them was his son or daughter, her parents. Yes, so Palpatine murdered his kid to get Rey. And crazy, right? But that makes sense. I'm like, she has to belong to some powerful family because she is just too in sync with the Force and with, you know what I mean? Like, there has to be something here. So, she also shows all these different type of powers. Just to be clear, she's like putting her hands on stuff and transferring part of her life force to them and healing them and all type of stuff. She does that to Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren switches teams. Yes, I'm extra right now. I know, because so much of this was just like, oh my gosh, it was like whoosh, blowing my mind. All this didn't happen within 5 minutes, just so you know. It just was happening throughout the story, and you're just like, so, yes, she was healing people and healing things. Like, she actually killed Kylo Ren, Ben. Leia called his name. She used the rest of her life because, of course, unfortunately, Carrie Fisher passed away. I think it's been a year maybe, but she did a lot of scenes. And so I expected them to kind of phase her out because she passed away. But how they did it was really endearing and very motherly, in the fact that I'm going to reach out to him. And she used the rest of her strength to reach out through the Force and call his name, Ben. And he got distracted and Rey killed him. And she also felt at the same time Leia die. And so she healed Kylo Ren, and she told him that I did want to take your hand last movie, but I wanted to take Ben's hand. Not Kylo Ren, Ben's hand. And she left him there and took the pod and left, what have you, because she had to find where Palpatine was. So, except she was ready to she was ready to destroy everything, destroy the lightsaber, all that stuff. Oh man, I skipped a part right before she left. Right when she left, Kylo Ren, Harrison Ford makes a cameo. Like, okay. And he's like, I miss you, son. And she goes, I can't go back. Mom is gone now. You know, he goes, yeah, but he goes, Ben is dead. And Harrison Ford goes, no, he's not dead. Kylo Ren is dead. And Kylo Ren throws his lightsaber out. Because the first movie, you know, he looks like he's about to turn, but instead he kills his father. This time he throws the lightsaber. So he's turned to the good side. That was very unexpected, definitely. And so when Rey leaves him, that's what happens. And then she goes to the island where Luke fled to live in solitude. And she burns Kylo Ren's ship, and she's ready to throw the lightsaber in the ship so it can burn too. And Luke shows up in his, like he's come back from the dead in this halo type of fashion. It was like, hey, no, you are not about to destroy the lightsaber. Like, what are you doing? He kind of says that. What are you doing? And she goes, I'm not gonna turn to the dark side, and because she's been having visions where she's on the throne with Kylo Ren and has turned to the dark side, doesn't want that to happen. Luke tells her, oh, I came here out of fear and I was wrong. And so he gives her his old ship, the one that sunk in, was it episode 5? I think it was episode 5 or 6 when he was being trained by Yoda, and Yoda was telling him, pull up the ship because it's too hard. It's too hard. And he pulled it up for her, Luke did, so that she could take that ship to where you can find Palpatine. And he also told her that Leia knew she was Palpatine's granddaughter as well. And she goes, but she still trained me. And he goes, yeah, she saw the good spirit in you, which was great. So she goes there and all that stuff. And Palpatine, she's just going right into his hands. And he says that too. He's like, okay, what you need to do is you need to strike me down, use that hate that you have for me because I killed your parents, and strike me down, become the new Sith, so that we now will become one, because all the Siths live in me. And once you strike me down, I'll live in you, and every other Sith will live in you as well. And she's like, no. Kylo Ren ends up showing up and coming to her defense. And because of their bond, Palpatine is able to draw out the life force out of both of them and kind of gain all of his power back, which was insane. And yeah, so he was like, okay, I don't need you anymore, because at first he was like, take your rightful role as Empress. It's your blood right, all that stuff. But truth is that he really wanted to maintain power and stay alive. And that's what he did. Took the life force out of Ben and Rey. And then once that happened, they were all drained, and he pushed Ben off of a cliff. He was like, get rid of this last Skywalker. It was something like that. And Rey is just laying there, and she's trying to get in touch with the Jedi, and you can hear all the voices of the different Jedi. You hear Samuel Jackson, you hear Luke, you hear Leia, you hear Yoda. I think I heard Obi-Wan. But you hear all these different voices. And they're like, we're with you. Restore balance. Because Palpatine's like, oh no, there's a new order coming now. First order. He's starting up a new thing. And OMG. She raises up, and he's like, I'm just so much more powerful than you. And he is. It's Palpatine. He's more powerful than everybody. But she has both lightsabers. And she goes, I have all the Jedi as well. And you can see the skin just melting off of his face. And he's definitely dead this time. She finished him off, and then she dies. Yeah, you're like, she's not dead. Her eyes are just open, and she's gone. Ben did not fall completely off the cliff. He comes back up and restores her with the rest of the life that he had within him, because he's transferring life into her from himself to bring her back. And he collapses. Well, first they kiss, right? They kiss. He collapses and he disappears. And they show also Leia body disappear as well, like Jedi do. So no more Kylo Ren or Leia. And Rey goes to, I think she goes back to Jakku. I think that was Jakku. She goes to bury the lightsabers. and a woman asks her, she pulls up a new lightsaber, and the woman asks her, "Oh, we haven't had someone like you in around a long time. What's your name?" And she goes, "Ray." And she looks over and she sees Skywalker's there. I think it was Leia and Luke. And she goes, "Ray Skywalker." And that's how it ended. I wish, I only had a problem with that. I wish she said Palpatine. I wish she owned that. Like, even though Darth Vader was Skywalker, Luke still kept Skywalker, and Leia still kept Skywalker. I wanted her at the end to own that, hey, yeah, I'm a Palpatine, but I'm a part of the light side. And I know you know him as the Sith Lord and being bad, but we're starting this new line of Palpatine as being good. Or they did that for a reason. I mean, it does say the rise of Skywalker. So, yeah. But yes, it was great. I enjoyed it a lot, and those were the big points for me. There's a lot more to the movie, of course, the setup and all that stuff. And I think you'll really enjoy it. It is a fan pleaser. But I was happy about the pleasing of the fans because the last movie, it wasn't bad. I enjoyed it, but they did do some stuff that made a lot of people upset about. And so I feel like this movie, they were just fixing it, So yeah, I'm done blabbing on. I think it's time for me to go to sleep. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy the movie, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. I didn't do one for when I went to go see Downton Abbey or Toy Story 4. I don't know why, but I should have. But yeah, anyway, yeah, you'll like it.